The seasons of brokenness is designed to be significant parts of our Christian journey because it is the point where God can exchange what has been for us to receive what is to become. Jesus went through a point of brokenness when he was about to begin his journey to the cross in Gethsemane. I'll read from Luke chapter 22 verse 44, which says that, "And being in agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it were great drops of blood falling down to the ground." This was the point when Jesus said, "Father, if possible, let this cup pass me by. However, not my will, but your will be done." He knew what he was about to go through. For the entire life of Jesus, he was a righteous man. He knew no sin. He was not guilty of any crime. He has walked in ways that pleased the Father. But now he was at a point when the prophecy of Isaiah, in Isaiah 53, from the verse 4 to 10, which talks about he bearing our sorrows and grief, that our iniquity shall be upon him, the chastisement of our peace shall be upon him, he shall be bruised for our sake, and yet it will please God. That prophecy was about to be fulfilled. Now, for that prophecy to be fulfilled, he who was a righteous man had to stand in the place of sinful people. He was about to experience a life that he had never experienced so that we don't have to repeat the process. It was his point of brokenness that marked the beginning of that exchange. Now, you and I who are in Christ, at our point of brokenness, we don't have to exchange righteousness for bad things because Jesus has already done that for us. So right now, when we get to our point of brokenness, it is to exchange something of the past, something of the present, for something far greater. And it's important for God to take us through that point because it is his grace that carries us through. It is when we realize that our strength cannot match up to where God is taking us. It is when we realize that we earnestly need to seek God to be able to take on that journey. Jesus prayed earnestly because all his life he had known righteousness. But now he was about to experience something that men who are sinful should experience. So he knew he needed God in every way. You and I, we get to a point in our lives when we are about to experience a far greater glory that we have never experienced. And it's not going to be by our might or strength, but it is going to be by the power of God. And that is why Jesus earnestly sought God in prayer. He earnestly prayed until his sweat became as blood. What are you doing in your seasons of brokenness? Are you seeking God? Are you praying? Or you are mumbling and complaining and then belittling